Dude, how long have we been wanting this to happen?
God dang, dude.
Dude, I'm so...
I put that Jeep in the wind coming out here, son.
Alright, so here's the deal. It is August 23rd. I've been chasing these deer in this little suburban area for the last couple years. Had a close call last year. Let some good bucks walk. Went back to the same spot. Been getting a lot of trail cam pictures of really good buck. But about 15 days ago, 15 to 20 days ago, he has disappeared. He's running with a bachelor group. And I am on a mission now to try to figure out where these deer went. They're obviously traveling 1 and 2 acre lots, but in the majority of places, they don't have a lot of places to go. So I'm trying to figure out, I got permission from one spot here, and I'm going across town now. I say across town, it sounds like a long way. It's not really a long way for a deer. To another piece of property. I'm going to try to get permission there. Throw out a couple more cameras and really pinpoint these deer's movement and how they're, you know, traveling through this area, and try to figure out, I don't know if somebody else is feeding them, or, you know, or their normal summer pattern has always been down there where I'm at, and then obviously when they shed, they break up and kind of move, but they're acting a little different this year. So I'm trying to figure out what has happened, what has changed, and yeah, so we're gonna go see how this goes. Some people in these suburban areas are not too keen on deer hunters, you know, being on their property, so we'll go talk to these people and find out. So wish me luck. One of the downsides to suburban hunting is, I mean, I can see 3 houses and you're just hunting funnels, right? So for one, you've got to make sure that you make a good shot, because there's an 80% chance that if I shoot a deer here, it's gonna run onto somebody else's property, and you don't want to have to be asking multiple people to track a deer. The other thing is I'm all about shooting does. We get a lot of deer meat, but if your deer runs on the wrong people's property and you upset some people, even though I have permission from this gentleman, he has to live beside his neighbors every day. I don't. So if they were to come and complain to him, I might lose my rights to hunt here, all because, you know, a deer happened to die on the wrong property. So therein lies the question: do you even shoot a doe in an area like this, or do you wait out for a big buck? It's definitely a dilemma. It's definitely a different tactic of hunting when, you know, I'm already thinking about where exactly I would like for a deer to be standing when it's shot, so that I know that the probability of it running the way I want it to run is higher. There's a lot of different factors in just hunting on the Midwest or on big tracts of property where you don't really have to worry about it. Good morning. It is October 8th. It's a Sunday morning here. North Georgia, and we've had an October cold front blow in this weekend. Yesterday was super windy, didn't hunt. It's been in the 60s, 70s the last few weeks, kind of cooling off. But this morning it is 40 degrees, and last night, as we've been on this journey chasing this buck around, he showed up at my original spot last night around 9:30, which is pretty typical of him. He's been gone for a few days, but he showed up there last night. It's not the spot that I'm hunting this morning. However, a little after midnight, he showed up at my new spot. Several other bucks came through there too last night as well. There's a ton of does in that area, and if you're a deer hunter, you know what a cold front can do to these bucks. So last seen at the location where I'm going, I'm hoping he went up on this ridge top and bedded, and he gets on his feet this morning and pushes down towards me. I don't know, we'll see. I'm super excited. I was also super excited to be able to bundle up a little bit this morning and not have to worry about sweating and all that goes along with early season bow hunting in Georgia usually. But we're headed that way. I wanted to go ahead and do an opening now so that when I get in the woods I can kind of be quiet. But all right, it's November 24th. It's an afternoon. Just got done with all the Thanksgiving festivities, and yeah, back home. So getting some gear ready for in the morning. So this is a continuation of the saga of the buck that I've been chasing since early season, before season ever even started. I had my eyes set on this 10-pointer. It's kind of been a roller coaster, and I've kind of been on the fence. It's really hard to tell a lot of times in trail cameras if you don't see the deer on hoof, how actual big he is or whatever. And I decided a month or so ago to let this buck walk, and he finally daylighted a couple times, and I was able to get some better videos of him through the Tacticam. And after looking at him a little closer, and the spot where he's at, that goes into it a lot as well. I'm hunting 3 acres, and the probability of that deer getting shot by a neighboring property or somebody else, especially with these deer in Georgia starting to rut and move around a lot more, is pretty high right there. And I wanted to let him grow, but replay last year, I was targeting a buck in this same area and actually heard the neighbor shot him opening morning. So it's I feel like he's a good 10-pointer. I'll definitely not be ashamed of him. He'll probably be my biggest bow kill, honestly. So I've been rolling dice back and forth in my head, and I finally landed on, if I get an opportunity at this deer, I'm going to take him. I got some other young deer in there, a couple 1.5-year-old, 2-year-old bucks that next year should be really solid deer as well. So I'm going after just this 10-pointer. If any of those other deer come in, they'll get the pass. But yeah, I'm just doing a kind of an opening now, so when I get in the woods, I'm going to go in early. I got to hang a set in there in the morning. So, and then it's really tight in there, so I don't want to be talking, moving around a lot. So we're going to go in. It's still cold. It's going to be about 40 in the morning. Deer definitely on their feet. Some good bucks. Alex just killed a good buck 2 days ago, and my son just saw, Caden, he just saw a really nice 10-pointer this evening on his feet during daylight hours. So hoping to get in there in the morning and he makes a mistake. So we'll see how this unfolds. Got a lot of history with this place and this deer. So let him walk last year, and he's turned into a shootable buck. So we'll see how the morning unfolds. Y'all hang in there. It's never a good sign, especially in a suburban area. There's a pack of 5 coyotes, and they just have no care in the world. And I haven't hunted here since early season. I shot that doe, and here recently I've been getting a few pictures of coyotes, but less pictures of deer. And those coyotes just feel safe down here in this suburban area. You can't hunt with a gun. So I shot one here last year. I tried to lip squeak those in, but they just didn't want any part of it. So definitely a growing population here in Georgia, especially in areas where you can't hunt them successfully. We'll see. That buck was in here 2 days ago, so probably a reason though that my does have left. They're staying, them coyotes are staying all in this bottom, along this big creek. So, we'll see. It's cold. Sunday, November 26th. Back down here in this suburban area, these coyotes are back. I'm gonna try to kill one. I was actually going to say this before those coyotes come in. I've been texting everybody this morning, and I've been getting way less deer pictures here. And I mean, I know it's November, so they're changing. This is a kind of a swamp bottom. It's dry, but swamp bottom. There's not a lot of food in here other than briars and hedge. There's an oak flat, a little oak flat right here behind me, but they don't really. There's a lot of houses behind me. I got some properties across town where I know this buck has traveled before. And early season, I had a lot of does on camera over there. I had a lot of does on camera here. But what I'm getting at is I saw a pack of 5 coyotes in here yesterday morning, and I'm sure these 2 were part of that pack. But I wonder if these coyotes have moved in right here in this little area, and their den's close or something, and kind of push these deer out of here. I don't know. I don't think deer pay much attention to maybe one coyote or whatever, but if they know there's a pack in the area, I mean, they live with them, they hear them, I wonder if it forces them to kind of move out of an area. Safety in numbers, right? So, and 2 bucks are looking for does, so I think I've got to re-strategize and go move some cameras around. I pulled some of my cameras out of here a few months ago in town where I'm hunting, and I'm thinking about putting some time in today, put some more cameras out over there, and I'll try to relocate this deer, or the deer in general. I mean, it was nothing to come sit in the stand and see 10, 12 deer, but I haven't seen but 1 deer yesterday, and the cameras, even at night, just nothing. So I don't know, I'm gonna sit for a little bit, probably pull this set, go get that stupid coyote, see what happens. Crashed into this tree right here. I'll hit that tree and that son of a gun bent my arrow. Stupid freaking coyote. God dog. No. Deader than a hammer. Yep. Big old son of a gun. Well, there's that. On to the next one. Alright, so here's the latest update on my Suburban buck I've been chasing. The pressure's high today. It's colder than it's been. There's a really big cold front moving in tonight, and it's going to be about 25 in the morning. You know, we always, as hunters, we always, you know, want to hunt the wind. And the best wind for me for this spot is a southeast wind. Southeast wind is perfect for my, you know, for my egress, for my stand location, all the above. This is just a big bottom. It's just a narrow bottom I'm hunting. And with the southeast wind, the wind pushes out of that bottom over my back. Well, I got using Tacticam, and I went in and marked all of my, every time this deer been in here, even if it was nighttime pictures. And every time he comes in here is a northwest wind. Horrible, exact opposite wind of what I need. But he's coming in. That's the only time he's coming in. So I'm in here this evening. I was gonna try to change my stand location a little bit, but where I'm at, the wind is blowing. It's blowing out of the northeast or northwest, really. But it's coming down to this bowl, and it's shooting straight east when it gets in this bottom. Well, he usually travels from the east to the west. I'm basically giving up my wind to him, but if he travels how he normally does, the wind will be in his favor. But I'm hoping my wind's kind of hugging the very bottom of this ridge and kind of drifting up through there. If he walks the trail he normally will, the wind will be in his face, but I'm hoping he doesn't wind me. I know it's a lot. It's kind of hard to explain, like where I'm looking. But I think my only shot in here is just to get in here and give him the wind and hope for the best. There's literally no other way that I can set up to cut him off, pinch him down into another little area right here, as far as the wind's concerned. And he is coming to this food source I have out, so I don't know. I I pulled my set out of here, seeing all those coyotes. I shot a coyote in here a couple days ago, and just no doe pictures. I mean, and we're late November, so they should be rutting here in Georgia. But he showed up twice today in daylight. So really, I'm setting this up for in the morning, but you never know what could happen. He could show up any minute now. It's about 2:30 now. So we're in here for the evening. I got a pocket full of Rice Krispie treats, a bottle of water. So we'll see what happens. It's Wednesday, November 29th. It's cold. And about 25 this morning. Been here chasing this 10, and I never have jumped deer walking in here. I mean, I walked through these people's yard, and then it's only about 50 yards into the woods. But this morning, beside the kids' trampoline, there was a buck and a doe bedded. I don't know what buck it was. They came down here, and then they couldn't smell me, so they didn't. It wasn't like they were crazy blowing and all that. But they just kind of trotted off across the creek, so they could circle back. I wasn't using a light when I was walking in, so I don't know what buck it was. I just saw a big body and a big tail as he kind of flagged and come down the hill. But they should be on their feet. So we are gonna see. It's December 1st. I'm back in here chasing this deer, and I've hunted hard this week. It was a cold front moved through. I hunted 3 mornings in a row, and 2 evenings in a row, and then I decided to give it a rest. Well, last night I was sitting on my couch, 30 minutes before dark, he showed up. So I've been talking to all my friends and trying to figure out new tactic on this deer, and I've got something in mind for the coming weeks. But I walked in a totally different way. This is a walking on a big hill, and I don't know exactly where he's bedding now. And Nick had made a comment that he could very well possibly be watching me walk in. So I changed my route coming in. It rained today, and I just had to wait on 3 does to get out of here before I came in here. But it's cool. It's not as cold as it was. It's low 40s, going to be in the, low 50s, going to be in the 40s before it's dark. But yeah, I don't know. I gotta be real still. This bottom has really opened up. The only saving grace for me is the way he's got to walk in. He's got to walk through a bunch of privets. So I've got low shielding cover. Don't have much for back cover now. So I'm gonna have to be on pins and needles and be ready before he, if and when he decides to walk in. So I'm gonna get still and hang out for the evening. I just crushed him. Huh? Hey, I just crushed him. Yeah. No, I'll get some help. Holy crap, dude. He come from across this field.
Yes.
I gotta call Alex, but he's out of town. I don't know if he's in the woods. I smoked him, dude. I freaking smoked. Dude, he come from across this field, dude, and come right. I had to shoot him between the trees, like right here, like 12 yards. Yeah, dude, he was facing me, dude, and I tucked it, dude, and just perfect right in the base of his neck, dude, and it just boom, buried up, and he was falling the whole way out of here. Dude, I smoked him. Yeah. Dude, he come from across this field a way he's never come before, downwind, but luckily anyways, he come, dude, right here. I was turned around backwards, and then he didn't come behind me. I had to turn back around. He was right here 12 yards facing me, dude, like quartered hard towards me, and I just tucked it right in front of him, dude. He was, oh man, that happened fast. Oh, wow. Oh man, I've been hunting this deer. I've been playing a game of cat and mouse with this deer. I've had him on 3 different properties down here. I'm trying to pattern this deer. I had him pegged, and he always comes from the east. Always. Every time. Every picture I've ever got, he's came from the east. Every time. There's a little field to my west, and I told myself earlier, I was like, you better keep an eye out, just because you never know, right? Deer never do what you want them to. Well, I'm sitting here, and I just happened to look over, and he's 70 yards cruising this way. I knew it was him right away. I thought he was going to come behind me. I didn't get the GoPro on in time. There's too much going on. Anyways, I had to spin back around, and I'm sitting in a double tree, and I pushed the camera around just where I thought he would be in frame. Didn't know, honestly didn't care, just trying to get something. And as you can see, he came in, and he turned towards me like he was going to come up this hill that I walked in on. He wasn't even going towards the corn or anything, and he was 12 yards and facing me, and it was now or never, and I just tucked it right there. I mean, I hit him perfect. I mean, he can't tote that. He was tearing out of here with purpose. So, oh man, what a battle it's been. I've had pictures of that. I had pictures of that deer last year. He was an 8-pointer. Dude, I don't even know. I just don't even feel real right now. He may not be a giant to y'all watching it, but he's a giant to me. Probably my biggest bow kill, honestly. And man, he was an 8 last year, and he didn't like blow up this year. He probably added 8 to 10 inches, and he's just a good solid 120 10-pointer. That's what I think he is. I don't care. I'm proud of him. I'm excited. I'm pumped. Caden and Tyler are on the way. Alex is in Iowa. Won't answer the phone. Yes. All right. So I've already did like 3 closings, but this is a long, epic story. Caden just arrived. I think I hear Tyler maybe coming down the hill. I don't know. Waiting on him. I found blood. Blood looks really good. He's torched, but I think that deer is a little bit bigger, and I think
you said you weren't going to wait till next year to shoot that deer.
Yeah, I had contemplated letting this deer walk. I had so many pictures in my early season, and I got one daylight picture of him, and I just don't know if it was the way he was looked in the daylight picture or what, but I made a loud plea to everyone that I'm going to let that deer walk. And then I got some more videos and pictures of him, and the more I got to looking at him and just knowing the area, it made me really nervous. I had a good deer shot out from under me in this spot last year, so it made me really nervous to let him walk, and knowing how many people hunt this area. So yeah, he did exactly what he wasn't supposed to do today. Came from the exact opposite way of the way I thought he would. Everything. And Wasn't even gonna go to the. I've got corn out. Wasn't even gonna go to the corn, and I don't know if there were some does in here before I got here, and the wind was blowing right to him. So I don't know if he smelt those does and just, I don't know, but a lot of sets in this tree, and this tree is open as can be. It's a very good early season set, and I was literally talking to myself today in the stand saying, if I don't kill him today out of this tree, I'm gonna move down here further in this thick stuff. I could just hug the bottom of this ridge when I come in and get up over there, because I'd have a great backdrop against that hill. But it just worked out perfect.
That deer's way bigger than what you think. The first, I told Dad last year when he had that other big deer on, I said, if you kill that deer, I want to kill that wide 8-pointer. Well, this year's a wide 10-pointer.
I was saying earlier in the video, I think he put on probably 8 to 10 inches.
Oh yeah.
From last year. I mean, an absolute stud in my book. Like I said, probably my biggest bow kill. It'd be close. So, hey, I don't know if he'll beat out my Illinois deer or not, but
Probably your biggest Georgia.
definitely my biggest Georgia deer, 100%. So, now we're just on pins and needles waiting on Tyler. I don't want to start tracking without him. I did find the start of the blood, and it's pretty much at impact blood. So, and it's good heavy blood. So I don't think, and it sounded like he crashed just over a creek down here. So yeah, we're gonna go find him hopefully.
Dude, how long have we been wanting this to happen? God dang, dude. Dude, I put that Jeep in the wind going out here, son.
You made it from up there in a minute.
Wow. I was rolling.
He was right here when I shot him.
Crazy.
He was right here.
It was worried. It worried me when you see
It's sprayed right here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
You see Mr. White Belly over there?
He run right with that doe ran.
Oh, them tines sticking up, son.
He can't coat that old boy.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, dude.
Oh, I'm gonna let him walk till next year, my butt.
That's a freaking good deer, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's a good deer.
Golly, I'll tell you one thing. Oh god, look at that.
Ooh.
He ain't toting that home.
Wow. That taxidermist's gonna hate you.
Yep. Man. A lot of history with this deer right here. I think that deer's probably 3.5.
Oh
yeah.
Look at that big old head, man.
Yeah, he got a big old noggin.
He's got a big old head.
Big old head, big old neck. Man.
Dude, that's a good deer.
That's for this area and for me,
That's a stud.
that is
Oh,
a stud
yeah.
mature deer right there.
If it wasn't so cold, I'd tackle you in that creek right now.
Oh man.
Feels early
Sure,
season.
if it was bow season, I'd tackle him in the
So
creek.
funny story. Tyler and I hunted this area opening weekend.
Yeah.
And I shot a doe, and she died right there within 20 yards of this deer.
She sure did.
I bet he was better than that stuff.
Now he came from further that way, so I think he was bedded up over there.
That's what I'm saying, but this thick stuff right here runs along this creek, and I bet he was bedded up against that creek.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me a bit. Cause he ain't gonna have to worry about nothing on this creek.
Oh.
Dude, that's a big body
That's
joke.
a big body joke.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go talk to the neighbors about driving down here and picking this one up.
Yeah, we can drive my Jeep down here and throw him on the back if we have to.
Oh, you got that rack?
Yeah.
man.
That's a freaking good deer. Look at
Bit-
the mass.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Super big thanks to the homeowners. I'm not saying their names, but I did already call them, and she was super excited.
Watch out for down here. That Grim Reaper sticking out the bottom down there.
Yeah, look at that right there.
Oh man, wow.
Torched.
Yeah, you can't tote that.
No.
No, you couldn't tote that.
Heck no.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
That's a good deer. He looks bigger in person than he did on camera.
Yeah.
I'll
He's
say
got
that.
mass too.
He looks way better in
He's
person.
got the mass to carry.
I'm gonna show. We may have to edit this out, but I want to show what a Grim Reaper does.
We'll put that in black and white.
Dude,
Yeah.
he ain't. God.
Oh, listen to it. Yeah, you can't tote that.
So that Grim Reaper's sticking out right there?
Yeah, look at it right there.
Oh yeah. See it?
Yeah, that's the old exit. That's a
I have to be careful getting him.
That's a long double heart, or heart double lung right there.
That's a big body joker.
Dude, that's a good deer.
Here, Caden, take a picture real quick so I can